Hi everyone, welcome back. It's been a while. It's the middle of November. It's a beautiful day out. It's nice and sunny, a little bit chilly out. But made it up to the cabin and I have a special project. I got this wood stove. I bought it from North Woods Fabrication. Check them out. They're up in Minnesota. Make a nice little wood stove. This is the Woodsman. You can see here. It's a nice size for the size cabin. So I'm gonna work on getting it installed today and tomorrow, hopefully. The plan is I'm gonna put it in this front corner, run the pipe straight up and out through the ceiling, and then put a little hearth in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get working on this project. So this stove comes with legs you bolt on the bottom. I went ahead and got this. This is an option. It's a grate you can get for the bottom, just for the ashes. And then these should be the legs here. So I'll get those unpackaged. What I like about this stove is it's deep. I think it takes 17-inch logs, and it's just the right size. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this assembled, and then get it placed in the corner so I can figure out where my stovepipe's gonna go through the ceiling. Alright, so that's approximately where it's going to go. I need to get my clearances figured out. And then I am going to put down some tile on the floor also, just as a hearth. And run the pipe, the stovepipe straight up, hit a cathedral support box, and then go up with chimney pipe from there. So I'm going to start getting this kind of temporarily set in place, figure out where I need to cut the hole in the ceiling. And then also before I install this, I do need to do an initial burn in. So I'll take it outside and start a fire in it just to get the oils off the coating so it doesn't smoke up the inside of the cabin on the first burn. So I'll do that after a while. Okay, that's pretty much where I'm going to need it. I'm going to double check the clearances. Behind the back here, I'm going to put some metal and space it off with an air gap to create a heat shield. So I'm really not too worried about the clearance there, because I will be creating that insulation with the metal there. So okay, so I think that's about where it's going to go. So I'll mark that, and then drop a plumb line from the ceiling down, and see where this transfers to, and figure out where my rafters are at, and if I need to do an elbow over. So I put some tape across the flue opening here, just so I could mark the exact center. I'm gonna use a plumb bob and transfer that point up to the ceiling. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done now. So the next step is to lay out where this cathedral ceiling support box will go. This is just a box that's going to give me the clearance away from any insulation and supports the pipe. So I need to pull this out and have to cut it at a 45-degree angle, and then figure out exactly where it's going to go on the ceiling, and then cut out part of the tin that I have on the ceiling and take out some insulation and go from there. So since we have a 12-12 pitch ceiling, the square hole that I need to cut out through the ceiling obviously is not going to be square because we're on an angle. So the length of the hole I'm going to have to cut is 17 inches. So I'm simulating the roof, the ceiling right here, and then the 12-12 pitch. So 17 inches in the up and down, and then the width obviously will be the width of this box. So I'm going to get that figured out exactly where it needs to go. I need to find my joist that's up there, and then from there I can get the dimensions and cut the hole out. So I just wanted to do a quick dry fit before I cut the hole in the ceiling. Just make sure the elbow is going to work out correct, and this is all just temporarily put together, so I'm going to take it back apart. But yeah, just before I got to the point of no return of cutting the hole, I wanted to do a quick double check. So it looks like it should be good. Okay, so I have this in place, and just temporarily up there, it fits pretty good. I have a little bit of trim work to do, cut back a little bit more metal, and then there's trim pieces that go around the outside that were supplied with the support box. Need to put some framing between the rafters to support this box, so I'm going to get that cut and put in real quick. And then I need to transfer the chimney hole up to the roof sheathing so I can pop a hole through the roof, and then get up there and put the flash again and start that fun. So I found a broom handle I have that happens to fit my pencil perfect. I'm going to use this to go up and transfer that hole to the roof sheathing. Okay, so I got my blocking done, and now it's time to punch the hole in the roof. So I have it roughly traced out where I need to cut. So it's supposed to rain tomorrow and tonight, so once I do this, it's kind of point of no return. I need to finish it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill a hole and then cut this out and hopefully get this done before it rains. Alright, so I'm going to move outside. I have the roof flashing. I'm going to have to put up, so I'm going to go get that measured up and see what I need to cut on the roof. Alright, so I'm up here on the roof. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film. But, so the flashing's here. I'm going to go ahead and make some cuts to allow it to slide underneath the roofing. And so it'll be flashed properly. So I'm going to go get those cuts made. So that's centered right there. Make some marks over here. This is where so I want to make cuts from here. Alright, so I got that started to slide under there. Now I need to do a little trimming back here just to make sure it fits around. So let me turn that up real quick. That should go now. Okay, so got so my camera died, so I had to sorry I couldn't film everything I was doing, but so I got it put in and siliconed up. Not the prettiest silicone job. It's kind of in a rush. It's getting ready to rain here soon, so but it'll be okay. I'm confident it's not going to leak. So I'm gonna go get the pipe and see if I can get it up here by myself and drop it down in. Let's see what it looks like from down here. I think it looks okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the pipes pre-assembled and get the rain cap put on, and also the stop for the cathedral box. It'll stop the this double wall pipe from sliding down too far. So I'm gonna get that put together real quick. So it's a really rainy day. Last night I was able to get the flashing put on the roof and I just covered it up for the night. Then this morning in the rain, was able to get the pipe drop down in. So have that in place. I'll take you out a little bit later once it stops raining and show you that. Sorry I couldn't get it on film. It was just pouring rain and I just wanted to get it done real quick. So I am going to move to the inside and work on putting a heat shield up on the back here. And then get back outside and put the supports on the roof in order to hold it up and finish all the flashing. So I'll show you some of that a little bit later. Here's just a quick view in the rain. You can see it's everything's kind of temporarily up there. Just need to put the leg supports on to hold it and then finish up a few other things on it. So I'll do that later once it stops raining. So off camera, I cut these extra pieces of roof metal that I had, and I'm going to put some spacers back behind here. They'll be spaced off the wall about 1.5 inches to create a nice air gap, so I'll show you that in a little bit. So that one's going to go there. Over here, I'm going to wrap it around the corner. So I'm going to go ahead and get the spacers cut and then get that bent and then get it all attached. Alright, so I got that attached. You can see here I used some pieces of conduit. I cut to 1.5 inches. Use them as spacers back behind so there's a nice air gap for thermal insulation from the stove. I'm going to see if I have some drip edge or something to cover this up. I'm going to go look for that right now, just to dress it up a little bit. And then I have some tile to put on the floor. So I'm going to see if I can find that drip edge right now. I just got the heat shield all done. Used some extra fascia I had, bent it up, and just made it into a cap on the top. The next thing I'm going to work on is I have some black tile. I'm just going to set it down for now and use some edge trim to hold it in place. I'm not going to go ahead and adhere it to the floor. I'm going to see how it goes just setting there. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that in and try to get laid out and see what it's going to look like. Alright, so I had the tile cut. I do have some tile trim. I'm going to put it on the outside in order to retain it. So I'm going to work on doing that next. So now I have this cast iron damper that I need to put in about 12 inches, 12 to 16 inches up this pipe. So I need to drill 2 holes, and then this is just spring loaded, so you can disassemble it and then put it in and reassemble it. So go ahead and drill my holes and then get this put in. Well, no fire tonight, but I do have the buddy heater going, so get a little bit of heat in here. It just rained all day long. It never stopped. It's actually still raining right now, so really kind of slowed me down. I couldn't finish up outside, but I got as much done inside as I could. So tomorrow I'm going to work on the final connections here, wrap up a few things on the roof that still need to be done. And then I need to take the stove outside and do the first fire to season it, and then let it cool off, bring it back in, and then it should be good to go. So I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, so I'm gonna do the initial burn in here, get it outside, get a good hot fire going just to get all the oils off of it before taking it inside and start a fire. So I'm gonna try to get a fire going here and hopefully keep it going. The wood's still a little wet from all the rain yesterday. So definitely on my list is to build a woodshed. But for now, I think I have enough dry to keep it going for a little while. So I picked this log splitter up off of Marketplace. Somebody had it, never even been opened. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this unwrapped and give it a try. So here we go. This is the extra large one. You can get these on Amazon. Also came with the covers, some gloves, and a sharpener. So it beats having to hit it with an axe. I'm gonna do split a couple logs here and try it out. Once it's bolted down, that'll work nice. Just run up into some nice chunks. Okay, so the stove is cooled back down after burning it in outside. While that was going on, I didn't film it, but I was doing the trim around the cathedral support. So I had to kind of modify it in order to fit around the metal on the roof, but I think it turned out okay. So I'm gonna work now on running the stove pipe up to the chimney pipe. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on that right now. Alright, so I got everything wrapped up, with the exception of a slide coupling. I tried to make my own but wasn't happy with it, so I'm gonna have to pick one up next time and have to wait for the inaugural fire. Even though it's middle of November, it's still in the 40s and 50s, but I'm sure it's gonna snap here pretty soon, and snow's gonna be here, so looking forward to getting back up here and having some snow and a fire. So thanks again for joining and watching. Really appreciate it, and see you guys next trip.